Right then, as the train pulls away from Sea Mills Station and we go back past the ground towards Portway Park and Ride, Newport County 3, Bristol Manor Farm 0. A 3-0 victory in the sunshine with cold beers, nothing riding on it. You've got to bank these for when it's the proverbial cold Tuesday night in February and you're getting stuffed. I'm joined by David Atidion and Ewan, and we tried to pick out one thing each that we took away from that game. My thing that I took away, it was a game of thirds. We played a semi-strong 11 and for the first 30 minutes, then maybe a slightly weaker one with a few academy players and trialists, and then finished with a strong 11 at the end. In the middle, we had Matt Smith playing, it seemed to me, at centre-back, which I thought was fascinating. I thought he did quite well, had the captain's armband, organised the players around him, much as Kyle Cameron had done prior to that. Both of them very vocal, as was Sean McDonald. I quite like the look of Matt Smith there. Echoes of when we tried Matty Dolan at centre-half, and that felt like an experiment that worked, although your point, Dave, was how will Matt Smith do when he's up against a big, imposing 4th division player? Who's your example?
Samson Tavida.
Oh yeah, Samson Tavida, Gillingham, yeah. So it may not be a perfect long-term option, but I thought it was interesting tactically to see how that worked, and yeah, I thought Smith did okay there. So that was my observation. Dave, you're going to talk in a moment about trialists and academy kids. You better talk to me about the man who scored both goals, Kyle Jamieson, the forgotten man from last season. What did you make of him?
I thought Lewis Jamieson did.
What did I say? Kyle Jamieson. Oh God, still PTSD. Lewis Jamieson, the forgotten man from last season, scored 2 great goals today. So yeah, talk me through it.
Well, I thought when we came out in the sort of second third of the game, we did quite well, and Jamieson took the first one well with beating his man, finding a neat little pass into Garner. Garner got the return through and he just slotted it in past the goalkeeper. And his second goal, I'd say, was a lot scruffier.
He showed some fast feet in the box.
And I think the defender completely missed him, and he just found himself one-on-one with the keeper and slotted it in. So, best performance in a county shirt.
Yeah, definitely. And all right, it's pre-season, it's against weak opposition, but he showed some class.
It was interesting as well, wasn't it? Because if you didn't know who he was, you'd have said that Jamieson was on trial, because he pretty much played the whole game. So he was clearly told, you're getting the full 90, get out there and show what you can do. And yeah, he did all right. Yeah, of course, I think it's a Southern League team, but he had about 5 chances, he scored 2. Yeah, it's a decent start for him.
And what about the trialists and the academy players? Who stood out for you?
I wouldn't say anyone massively stood out from the players that I didn't have a clue who they were. I liked that we had a lad who sort of played as a defensive midfielder, and I quite liked him. He didn't do anything special, but
he was the black lad, dreadlocks.
Yeah. I have no idea who he was or where he comes from. But what he did do is put a bit of a nasty challenge in the first few minutes, and I just thought, yeah, you can be that type of player. Literally, first pre-season friendly, no pressure, but I'm still going to leave this one on you early doors. Yeah. So I quite liked him. There was a lad who played wide on the wide left in the first third, and he looked quite tricky. Again, it's difficult. Bristol Manor Farm faded as you would expect them to do. You know, we played 3 separate teams basically. They played the whole game, so it was a little bit easier for the guys at the end of the game to stand out. And I did think none of the academy guys looked out of place, or they shouldn't have been there. They all looked like they had all of the basics. And what a cracking place for a pre-season friendly.
Oh, lovely ground. I mean, I've driven past it loads of times, but when you're actually in there, you go, God, it's really kind of rural. You can see rolling hills and church towers and the river.
Yeah. I think we should come back here again. For sure.
I think we will. Well, as we arrive into Portway Park and Ride, we will leave you with that, listeners, and we will catch up again with you soon. But yeah, a good start to pre-season. Let's go and enjoy the rest of the day and have a barbecue.
Well done, guys.